afternoon. I'm Deborah Lynn with United Way of Long Island. Hi. We have extra friends here in the house, so you'll meet them in just a little bit. And welcome to our virtual salute and recognition ceremony honoring our local workforce heroes. It's been a long journey over the past year, and we wanted to take the time to recognize local workforce heroes spanning a range of industries who made life brighter and easier to manage during the pandemic. Family, friends, colleagues, and neighbors submitted their heroes to be recognized for acts of kindness, for courage, for compassion, and how they were supportive during this extraordinarily challenging time. Honorees received a certificate of recognition, and their photos and stories are featured on United Way's Wall of Heroes. To enhance this special occasion, attendees received a salute kit to cheer on their heroes during the event. The kit also included a remembrance candle, as we're going to take a moment of silence to reflect and remember loved ones lost during COVID-19. Funds raised will support Long Islanders who were affected by the pandemic, including a family from Freeport, and they're going to join us today. So a couple of quick notes. So throughout the program, you're going to see the heroes that will be scrolling to the right of me, left of you. When you see your hero, you can cheer them on by using the clapping hands emoji, and I think we're going to have a little, on the bottom there, you'll see the reactions. It's located right in the bottom center of your Zoom screen. And we would appreciate it very much if you have the opportunity to take a photo of your hero with their certificate and send it to Vicki Sella, who's the captain of our virtual salute team. Here's her email here, and I'm sure many of you have spoken to her, so you got it already. So, speaking of, I'm going to have Vicki join us in just a minute, but first I would like to introduce our special guest here. You might hear a little young voice in the background. Why don't you come over? I've got two young people who are enrolled in United Way's Youth Build Long Island. Why don't you bring her up in here? I don't think anyone's going to see her down there. So please join me in welcoming Nala and Tian. Hi, Tian, hi. And who is this? Navina. Thank you so much for joining us today. So I mentioned the virtual salute kits. Okay, you can have that. I mentioned the virtual salute kits, and you will see on the screen here the pictures of Tian and Nala who are packing them up. So feel free to give them a little clapping emoji. I mean, they did an amazing job. So hopefully everybody's was packed up and good to go, and you've got them out and we're ready to have a great celebration. So we are celebrating workforce heroes, and I see she's a handful for you. A lot too. So a lot of applause really goes to the dedication and to the desire for these young people to join the workforce. Through Youth Build, they're both working towards getting an education as well as career training that will lead them to be successful in many industries that they're interested in, because they have important people to take care of, right, besides yourself. So now you're going to be entering Suffolk Community College, right, this year, entering pharmacy technician school, okay? That's great, and also I know you would like to go into law enforcement, is that right? Yeah, that's wonderful. Well, I wish you best of luck with that. And then Tian, with wine and dance, you're going to be a nursing assistant, right? You're entering the program as well. Okay, we're going to say bye soon. So United Way is actually, we're graduating 70 students this year in the Youth Build program. So please do consider that talking to our Youth Build team. So there might be a student that will fit your job description. So Nala and Tian, are you ready to help us kick off the virtual salute? Yes, you ready? Okay. So please welcome Vicki Sella, who is our Director of Business Development for United Way.
Hi everyone, I want to thank you all for being here today and participating. We owe a lot to you for keeping everything running. We'd like to start off with our virtual salute. And we're going to start out with Teresa Regnani, our President and CEO. Our Safe at Home navigators, Andrew, Charmin, Michelle, the Finnerans, Courtney, Marguerite, John, Kat, Gloria, Mary, Maria, the teachers and assistants at the Eleanor Whitmore Early Childhood Center, Jim, Renee, Wendy, Willie, Johnny and Sergio, Karen, Belle, in memory of William Ayaya, Keith, Lisa, Robert, Julia, Warren, Kendra, Donna, Karen, Kevin, Todd Silverstein of Ben's Kosher Deli, Benny, Melissa, Susan, Danielle, Michael, Steve, Brad, Christy, Candace, Dr. Donna, Laura, Natalia, Luis, Joshua, Carissa, Patricia, New York Jets, Louis, New York Jets and the Johnson family, and Louis, Laura, Gina, Danielle and Mallory, Lucy, Donna, Bacchus, Danielle, Donna, Susie, and Milton. So we're going to have Deborah come back up and proceed with the program.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Vicki. That's just a start. We've got many more heroes that we're going to congratulate. Lots more fun to come. So I am delighted to introduce you to someone who could not be more dedicated to labor and the workforce, and I'm sure he is a hero to many. So please welcome, and his title may be a little longer than the entire program, President, Local 338, RWDSU, UFCW, and the Long Island Federation of Labor, and immediate past chair and executive committee member of United Way of Long Island's Board of Directors. We can get a little applause in here for you.
Well, thanks, but and my name is John Durso. So it's a pleasure to be here. You may not introduce me. That's all right. I've been ignored before.
It was so long, the title.
So anyway, good afternoon. I have a speech that I was given, so I might use it, I might not. All right, but anyway, it's a real pleasure to be here today for this virtual salute and the well-deserved recognition ceremony. It's great to see everybody on Zoom. It'd be much better soon we'll be able to do this in person. But congratulations to our heroes. You know, this past year has been a tremendous challenge for everybody, and especially, quite frankly, those in the labor force. Our employees had to wear masks at all times. Unfortunately, many of our customers didn't wear masks. But our members wore masks every day, whether they were driving a bus, driving a truck, or working in a store. And it was something that we all did to protect each other and ourselves. You know, when our parents were on, the parents of our workforce were on Zoom calls. They had to figure out how to work, how to take care of their children, how to do all of the things that they normally do while trying to operate from Zoom. This was a difficult task to begin with. And it was very difficult at any time, but this was even harder. You know, and quite frankly, when many folks stayed home, were able to stay home and work remotely, so many in our workforce went to work each and every day at great risk to themselves and to their loved ones. But they did this because of their dedication to their jobs, to their families, and to the community that they represent. By them doing this, they brought a sense of normalcy into what was such a horrific situation for the past 16 months. That action alone makes them our heroes, that they were able to do this. You know, and whether they were bringing food to a neighbor, lending an ear for those who just needed companionship, or to show some compassion to others, these are acts of our everyday heroes. You know, on the Wall of Heroes, there's 275 who represent our region. But there are so many unsung heroes, and we honor all of them today. So our honorees represent healthcare, retail, education, food and beverage, social services, armed forces, emergency services, law enforcement, not-for-profit, security, government, transportation, utilities, and so many more. Many of our heroes are members of labor unions, including members of my own union, Local 338, my sister local, Local 342, and Teamsters Local 282. These people are truly heroes, and I'm honored to be a part of it, and I thank you for all that you have done.
Thank you so much, John Durso. I got so caught up in your title. So thank you so much, John. You really, truly are a hero to so many people, and we really appreciate all that you do and your support. Thank you. And over the year, we certainly know that making deliveries was not easy. As the leading Long Island beverage distributor, Clare Rose employees stepped up during the pandemic to ensure that supermarkets, local restaurants, and other beverage vendors were supplied with inventory. So we are very proud to have Clare Rose as our leading sponsor of the virtual salute. Please welcome Sean Rose, President of Clare Rose, Inc. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and I'd like to thank Vicki and Teresa for having us here today. Clare Rose is honored to be part of honoring the workforce out on Long Island. As I'd like to echo what John said, I'd like to thank our employees. We had to go in the field, the chain stores, the delis, the convenience stores at great risk to themselves. They did keep Long Island supplied with a lot of beverages, some more important than others. I'd also like to thank all the essential workforce on Long Island. And lastly, the United Way and their employees. From my understanding, they too came to work through the pandemic. This organization, if you look at their mission and vision statement, is super important to the quality of life and improving the quality of life of all Long Islanders, and we are certainly honored to just be associated with the United Way. Again, I'd like to thank my employees specifically. I'd like to thank our customers for being able to do business during the time of the pandemic, and I'm certainly glad it seems to be over. The on-premise has opened up, so I implore everybody to go out to restaurants this weekend and enjoy some adult beverages responsibly. So, thank you.
Yes, we'd like to continue reading the following heroes. Jamie Rafogo, Ulysses, Amy, Mimi, Stephanie, Ashley, Dennis, Kathy, Trisha, Casey, Carissa, Megan, Jane, Phyllis, Avani, Bank of America, Jessica, Donna, Sarah, Andrew, in memory of Aunt Geneva and Uncle Eddie, Dr. Grace, Tom, Richie, Claire Rose Inc., Vinny, Julia, Reginald, Renee, Joseph, Christine, Richie, Courtney, Rosemary, Fabella, John, Kerry, Melissa, Caleb, Margarita, Deborah, Maddie, Paul, Cassandra, Melissa, Long Island Community Hospital Cardiac Catheterization staff, nurses everywhere, Scott, Vincent, Lindsay, Christy, John, Jamie, Amy, Robin, Marina, Doretta, Dr. Maria Krenko,
Thank you, Vicki. Appreciate you reading the list. Look at that. But good afternoon, everybody. My name is Teresa Regnanti, and I'm the President and CEO here at the United Way. And I'm very proud to be a part of this tribute. You know, today we pause to celebrate outstanding humanity. A tribute salute to everyday people who put on their superhero costume and created hope for so many. We have over 250 of those people featured on the wall, and we thank you, we can't say enough, thank you for your collective impact across Long Island. Nearly $25,000 has been generated today by this tribute, and we really want to extend our heartfelt thanks to the Rose family for being our superhero lead sponsor, and certainly Sean, your grandfather, Claire, no doubt would be proud of the company that you helped to build today and the impact that the company is making here and every day across Long Island, and the great legacy that you've honored with your family. So in March of 2020, the world was thrown, I would say, the largest curveball that's been thrown. And the United Way of Long Island went to the plate, and really on that day was ready for what would come over the last now 14 months and moving forward. We raised for our pandemic relief over $4 million and helped more than 30,000 Long Islanders get back on their feet. And this morning I had the opportunity to spend time with the Dorico family in Bayshore. And these are 4 young girls, the oldest 20, so their ages range from 15, 16, 18, and 20. And they lost their mom November of 2020. There are 4 girls trying to hold it together. I went to Stop and Shop John this morning in West Islip with the young lady, the oldest daughter. And really to sort of hear their story firsthand, how they're trying to hold their lives and their family together. Everything from the 2 oldest girls needing bikes to the need to buy a coffee maker to, you know, there's no transportation, They are both working in the restaurant industry. And really it's because of each and every one of you out there that are watching, nominated people and are heroes. You know, the United Way is going to be able to step up today and help that family and those 4 girls get what they need to get back on their road to recovery. And in dropping off Samara and the oldest daughter today, you know, when they left the car, they're like, hey, listen, you know, our lives have been changed. They have really been shifted. And our mom was our sun. And, you know, we were the planets, and now there's not a sun. But we know that you're here to help us, and we're so grateful. And it's really a tribute to everybody out there who's made it their way to participate over this last half hour, to give a contribution, to help the DeRico family. The $25,000 that's been generated today certainly will go a long way for that family and many families to get back on their feet. So to our sponsors and leading the pack, certainly Claire Rose is that superhero sponsor. Our champion sponsors include the FQHC Family Health Centers across Long Island, Ridgewood Savings Bank, the Star Group. Our appreciation sponsors, Choice for All, Hispanic Brotherhood, Gerwin Healthcare System, Local 282 the Teamsters, Local 338, I'll just say Local 338, Martinelli's, National Grid, PSEG Long Island, Suffolk Community College, and Woodward Children's Center. Those organizations have done a lot, and everybody who made their contribution to be a part of today really will help the people in front of us that need the support. What I'd like to do now is just ask that we just take a moment of silence and pause for a brief moment. We have lost on Long Island more than 6,700 people to this pandemic, and more than over 350,000 people affected by COVID. So thank you, and you know, I think that when we move past now this year and be able to, you know, celebrate Long Island coming back, and everybody make sure you light your candles and light your tribute candles that are in the boxes, and just remember that there's been a lot of people who were struggling, who are still struggling, and this organization is out there to help each and every family. So you could be our ambassadors, and by that I mean, if you know of a family, especially children who've lost their parents, there are a lot of Long Islanders who are in this place and space. We have scholarship programs, we have a lot of different programs to help people throughout any time. And during a pandemic, you know, we're going to step up and be on the forefront of a lot of these initiatives. So please just make sure you reach out to us, and we'll get them the support that they need. And I'm just going to close with, we've got 3 hero spotlights, and I want to recognize all the heroes, but there are 3 that have been put in front of me as really folks that we should acknowledge. So Vincent Fuente, I think Vincent is here. Vincent works in that Stop and Shop in West Hempstead, and we all knew that story this past April. He stayed with the victim of an active shooter incident until those paramedics arrived on the scene. So we thank Vincent, and we thank his union, Local 342, for nominating him, and he's been a member there for over 20 years. The second hero that we've got a spotlight on is Joe Secara Jr. of Belmore Beer and Frank Jimenez of Claire Rose. So they've worked with the Lions Association to create and deliver beverage snack packs for 10 area hospitals. They put smiles on over 10,000 employees' faces during this time. They put the kids together and really hit the road as a team. So we want to thank Joe and Frank for their impact. And finally, we have Steve McCauley. Steve is a retired Nassau County police officer. He's helped more than 40 people with chronic medical conditions, those who did not have access to transportation or technology throughout the pandemic. He drove many of those people to their doctor's appointments and certainly for their vaccination appointments, and to alleviate their worries in terms of getting back and forth to the medical appointments that they needed. So we wanted to just spotlight those three individuals, and again, appreciate everybody joining us this afternoon, and back to Deb. Thank you.
We'd like to continue with our honor roll. Gloria, Dr. Stephen Window, in memory of Ashavana Alice, Rotacare, New York, Hempstead Uniondale Rotary Club, Barbara, Edward, Justice, Andrew, Dennis, Derek, George, Joe, Johnny, Jose, Ken, Kevin, Marion, Raymond, Satita, Ashahanda, Stephen, Sherry, Sunday, Charlie the dog, Shannon, Caroline, Flossie, Reese, and Thea, Randy, Virginia, Joanne, Jacqueline, Jimmy and Delarice, Jillian, Carrie Ann, Bobby, Chelsea, Erica, Karen, Taylor, Nicole, Milo, Kaylee, Brandon, Dennis, Melvin, Caroline, Stephanie, Nicole, Dan, Brianna and Samantha, John, Christina, Orlando, Jonathan, Team ERRI, Maria, Joe, Gabby, Claros Inc., the frontline sales team, Michelle, Jack, Barry, John, Mike, Elizabeth, Lucky, Elizabeth, Nick, Priscilla, Fred, Jonathan, Alex, in memory of Robert B. Reed.
Thank you so much, Vicki, and we really are just seeing some extraordinary heroes. And if you have time, please do go to the wall and read the stories, because they really will touch your heart. And a person who's definitely touched our heart, you know, there's so many heroes on Long Island, including our guest Lily and her husband Winston, an Army veteran. They're Freeport residents. We're actually going to pull Lily and her husband up on our Zoom wall, gallery wall. We really look to our heroes to raise our spirits, and sometimes our heroes need a little extra something as well. So Lily, who is a retired New York City police officer, she survived 9/11. And she didn't survive it without chronic health complications. She's gone through great loss, including 2 massive storms, Hurricane Irene and Superstorm Sandy, with the later storm displacing her from her home for years due to contractor fraud. So she's finally having her home rebuilt by a trusted contractor, but she really needed help with rent. She has to rent a house, and she has her house that's being built while she's waiting for it to be completed. So here to share more of her story, let's meet Lily and her husband Winston.
Hi.
There we go.
Hi. Can you hear us?
Yes, Lily, go ahead. Share your story with us.
Hi, how are you? Well, like Deborah was saying, yes, I was a victim of contractor fraud. Starting with 9/11. I want to go back. I suffered. I actually have medical conditions due to 9/11. Then I ended up suffering with Hurricane Irene and Hurricane Sandy. My husband also lost his first job. He has 2 jobs part-time, and one of them he lost from COVID. He was in the restaurant field, and then he ended up working at night in BJ's so that he could continue trying to support the family. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for all that United Way has done. Thank you to Ms. Teresa and all her staff and all the people that have contributed to United Way and so many ways as non-factors like us. They have helped us with portions of our rent, which allowed us to stay on our feet while we pay mortgage and put food on the table. And we just want to say we're very grateful and we're very thankful. We continue. My husband continue working hard. I'm just hoping someday to continue back on his feet with work, and someday we can be contributors too. We just want to say thank you. We are very grateful to everyone, and thank you for all our heroes too that continue out there doing what they're, they don't even have to, but they strive to make a difference in society and communities. And that's all. That's my husband, Mr. Martinez.
Thank you so much, and I know you have 5 children, is it, together? So that's great. And Lily, thank you for all of your service. Thank you, Winston, for your service as well. You are heroes to us. And I know I'm just going to take 2 seconds, but I know you gave us this beautiful card. It's "Blessed are the givers," and it was directed to Teresa and all of the team and staff at United Way and all of the supporters who paved the way for those going through a hard time. I appreciate it, and thank you. Someday I'll be on the giving end. With love from my heart, our heart. So thank you so much, and Lily and Winston, wishing you the best of luck, and we can't wait to see your house built and to meet all your kids and continue on. Thank you so much. Thank you. So let's get the rest of the group. Thank you.
Jessica, Nancy, Corey, Susan, Erin, Tanya, Ron, Wayne, in memory of Lorraine Aycock, in memory of Ronnie Rankin, in memory of Virginia Upright, Maria, Frank, Gabriella, Long Island FQHC Inc. Roosevelt Family Health Center, Long Island FQHC Hempstead Family Health Care Family Health Center, Elmont Family Health Center, Westbury Family Health Center, Women, Infant, and Children Supplemental Nutrition Program, Care Coordination Program, Norma, the Lessings Hospitality Group, Oceanside Family Health Center, Jim, Epic Long Island Residential Nurses, Antonella, Eddie, Kim, Laura, Leonie, Linda, Lisa, Maria, Wally, John, Suffolk Transportation Services, Suffolk Bus Corp, Mark, Chris, Dom, Joanne, Sita, Stephen, Clairvaux Sales Team, Freeport Public Schools COVID-19 Heroes, Joanne, Frankie, Brianna, Liam, Raphael, Michael, Joe and Frank, Tom, Joe and Joe, Chris, Kathy and Mary Teresa, Carlene, Terrence, Transport Workers Union Local 252, in memory of Patricia Shaw, Leah, in memory of Marie and Paul DeLuca. Siam, Vincent, in memory of John A. Kaspari, Leah, all Clairvaux Inc. and ERRI employees, Stacy Morgan, Lisa Beth, Rob, Louise, Susan, John, Jackie, Bridget, Joanne, Alyssa, Michelle, Dan, Star Group, Brookhaven National Lab and Brookhaven Science Associates, Jamie, Craig, Trish, Ann and Raven, Jim, Rosario, Deanna, Orlando. Thank you to all our heroes.
So I want to see all of you applauding. Let's see the reactions and emojis. And you know, really, it was incredible. Again, you should go on to the Wall of Heroes and look and read more about these amazing people. You all have been incredible. You truly deserve to be saluted. We thank you so much for joining United Way today. We're actually going to leave you with a song that was very inspiring, written by a local musician, Joseph DeJesu, showcasing our heroes' impact, called United Together. Thank you so much again for joining United Way for this virtual salute and recognition ceremony.
Stuck inside once more. No matter how we spend these days and nights, we will survive. You're sure of every day. You took your cape away. Our hearts are filled with gratitude and pride. We will survive. We will survive this crazy time. And with each day a little better. When the sun begins to shine, we know we'll always be united together. When the sun begins to shine, we know always been united together.
Thank you, everyone. Incredible. Thank you all for joining us today. To Sean Rose, thank you. John Durso, thank you. Teresa Ragnanti, and thank you to all of you. Lily, thank you also for joining us today. We truly know you are all heroes to us. Thank you.